Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters.
Good afternoon to you.
And guests. My name is Prasanna Venkatesh, and I am doing the Sergeant at Arms for this club. I welcome you all to the Medley meeting 771. There are two ground rules which have to be followed during this meeting. First, please turn off your cell phones or keep them in silent. I'll give you a few moments. Second, do not talk about sex, religion and politics during this meeting. Toastmasters International is a near-century-old organization helping its members grow in the area of public speaking and leadership abilities. As per the mission of Toastmasters, we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop the communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Without further ado, I would like to call the person who will take this meeting forward. Let's put a hand together to welcome our President, Toastmaster Prasanna Vani.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prasanna Venkatesh. A very good afternoon to all of you gathered here. With the sound of this imaginary gavel, I declare meeting number 771 open. I welcome the dignitaries who joined us today. Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas T. Abraham, past District PR Manager and past President of Medley. Distinguished Toastmaster Sundararaman Chintamani, past President of Medley and District Quiz Master. And Distinguished Toastmaster Sridhar, our guest who has joined us today. He's a Toastmaster from Qatar. For the contest last week, all of us wanted a de-stressing time, right? That's why we planned this outdoor meeting. It has its challenges many, but I'm sure all of us will be able to adapt to it. Adapting is the way of life for us to go forward. I'm going to now share a small incident. For this, you have to go back in time, hypnotize yourself to your childhood. Because many of these things you would have forgotten as we went back, as we have moved forward in life. Once upon a time, not very long ago, am I audible there? Yeah. Once upon a time, not very long ago, there was a man named Victor. Victor would go to his work every day in the morning with a khaki color shirt, not tucked in, khaki color pant, sandals, a summer cap, a bag hanging sideways in a cycle. He would go and ring his bell at every household and give them a letter. Who was he?
Postman.
A postman. Yes. So Victor would do this very cheerfully every day. Every morning he would look forward to going to work. He would happily go and deliver letters to the houses, greet them, and be very eager and enthusiastic about life. One day it was raining heavily. There was a lot of clouds, the weather was bad, the roads were bad, but Victor still made it to every household to deliver the letters. And one person asked Victor, "Victor, what do you do? What makes you so happy and so cheerful every day? You do the most mundane, most boring, most uninteresting job." Victor was taken aback. How can you say that? What I do is most precious for me. Every day is a special day. What I do is not mundane. I help in connecting people. I bring letters which bring joy. I bring letters which give pension to elders. I bring letters which give job offers. I help people to hear from their loved ones. You should remember that this was not the era of video calls or emails or internet. See, those times, what Victor did was very special to him. He was very proud of what he did and he put his life and soul into it. What does that tell us? Most of us go about life searching for its meaning. We wonder what is the meaning of life. But rather, shouldn't we be creating or rather writing the meaning of our life? Every task we do, if we put our heart and soul into it and do it as if that was the best possible thing you could do in a life, and you are the best person to do that, that would make you excel, that would help you make a difference to others and help you get noticed. So let us no longer blame our circumstances, rather be the captain of a ship, create our own destiny and write the meaning of our life. With this, I would like to help you introduce the Toastmaster of the day who would take the meeting forward. Our Toastmaster of the day is Toastmaster Barath, a young and enthusiastic person, a passionate cricketer and a software engineer who works in Ericsson. He will now be leading the meeting today. Over to you, Toastmaster Barath.
Thank you, Presiding.
Thank you.
Greetings, Toastmasters and guests. Being usual is like being a stereotype. Staying within your boundaries is like staying static. Living in a fence is like living with fear. Confining yourself is like imprisoning yourself. But when we go beyond the usual, beyond the boundaries, beyond our fence, then we start to experience and realize the true blossom, the true belief, and the endless and limitless opportunities we have for ourselves. And at that stage, the sky, even the sky, is below our limit. We all have moments and situations in life which warrants us, which demands us to go beyond our usual situations, beyond our boundaries, beyond our fence, where we experience personal growth and greatness. Today, I'd like to share a story about a person who went beyond usual to achieve great things. This is a story of a lady called Aniruma Sinha. Aniruma Sinha was a sports person who aimed or who wanted to join the police force and to serve the nation. And she had to take an exam for which she took a train for the examination center. But a fear struck her and she was robbed in the train and she was pushed out of the train when she tried to stop this. And due to this, she fell on the track and lost her leg and she had to be amputated. She was hospitalized and she recovered slowly, and she was held a compensation and a job in the Indian Railways. A usual situation, she had a job and a compensation which was there to take care of the rest of her life instead of still being an amputee. But that didn't stop her. She resolved that she wanted to do something different. She resolved she's not going to do the daily job, but she wanted to go beyond the usual. So she decided and resolved that she wanted to become a mountaineer. She trained hard to become a mountaineer, and with a lot of training and perseverance, she was able to climb the Mount Everest. Even that was not her usual. Climbing Mount Everest, being an amputee, was not her usual. She then decided she wanted to push herself further, and she vowed to climb all the mountain peaks of all the continents in the world. Again, she trained hard and she achieved this milestone. In 2019, she achieved this milestone and she was awarded the Padma Shri by the government of India. So all this was not possible if she would have confined herself within her limits and without pushing her beyond her usual. She showed to the world the better version of herself, the version of being the first female amputee who had climbed the Mount Everest. Herself, who being awarded the Padma Shri by the government of India. She showed that version of herself to the world, not the version of just being a railway employee with just being an amputee and sitting back in a home. We all here are a better version of ourselves because we chose to be a Toastmaster. We chose not to just be a speaker, but to be a great speaker by embarking on this journey of Toastmaster. So today, in our Toastmasters meeting, we have the usual Toastmasters meeting. We have three sections. One, the prepared speeches, where the speakers give the speeches on the prepared path, on their pathways. Second, the evaluation sessions, where the speakers and others would be evaluated. And third, the table topic sessions, where the guests and the members would be invited to give an impromptu speaking. But today, being beyond usual, we have an additional session about a special session on Medley's Special League by Toastmaster Praveena. So today, now it is the time to introduce the General Evaluator of the day. For the General Evaluator, we have a Toastmaster who is a data scientist and who is working as a finance head in a multinational organization. And is beyond usual moment. The moments he felt he went beyond usual is when he recently presented his data science project in the national level India Digital Conclave event, and he even won the first place on it. So I now invite Toastmaster Shankar to brief us about the general evaluation and the session.
Thank you, TMoD. Okay, greetings to fellow Toastmaster and guests. How many of you like criticism? Hardly one.
A little louder.
How many of you like criticism? Okay, not many. But how many of you love a constructive feedback? Oh, I see two hands. Yes, thank you. Constructive feedback is playing a very pivotal role, and not only for the speaker but the evaluator as well. Recently, I came to know that one of the meetings which happened in my organization, where one of the big giant technology company were presenting their ideas to my CFO to implement the ERP. So then my CFO asked me, Shankar, why don't you give your feedback? Since I was the active listener, like in Toastmaster, I gave my constructive feedback. To be honest, no one thought about that. Those constructive feedbacks in the ERP implementation team. So of course, I got a brownie point from my CFO. So coming to Toastmaster, so here we are going to evaluate. See, I am going to evaluate the entire proceedings of the meeting. I'm not alone to evaluate the entire proceedings. So I have two set of team. One is the evaluation team. That evaluation team will make a grand entry probably in the later part of the stage. Now it is a time for us to introduce my tag team. Tag stands for timer, hawk counter, and the grammarian role. Today, the timer role will be played a person who is just joined with the Toastmaster, who is a sports physio. So in her behind movement, I would say that she was working in a ortho clinic in small ortho clinic in one of the hospitals for the past 12 years, and she wanted to come out of that comfort zone. Now she started as exclusive sports physio clinic in her organization. Without any ado, let me put together to welcome Toastmaster Hema to read about timer objective.
So good afternoon all fellow Toastmasters.
Good afternoon to you.
Dear guest, so I'm Hema. I'm playing a timer role today. So as timer, I will just time the every topic speeches and then formal speeches and then individual evaluation. Apart from taking I will also alert the speakers to just of their time limit by showing the yellow, green and red card, which shows their specific timing. And then for the table topic speakers, they have to limit their speech within 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll raise the green card, and 1 minute 30 seconds, I'll raise the yellow card, and at 2 minutes, I'll raise the red card. And for the formal speeches, for the speakers, they have to limit their speech between 5 to 7 minutes. At 5th minute, I'll raise the green card, and 6th minute, I'll raise the yellow card, and 7th minute, I'll raise the red card. And for the individual evaluation, they should limit their speech between 2 to 3 minutes, and again for the at 2 minutes, I'll raise the green card, and 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I'll raise the yellow card, and for the 3 minutes, I'll raise the green card. So let us have a great meeting. Thank you all.
Thank you, Toastmaster. So now there is a small change about the hawk counter. Today the hawk counter will be a person who is a very dynamic and it's a go-to person. Medley, it is the able to take or grab the opportunities very well. I think today I would like to call upon Toastmaster Prasanna to read about the hawk counter objective. Over to you, Prasanna.
Thank you, GE. I'm Prasanna Venkatesh. I'm playing the role of hawk counter today. The purpose of the hawk counter is to note down the ahs, ums, ands, and the repetitive words like and, you know. These are all the filler words which reduces the effectiveness of the speech. I will count all the filler words and all the filler sounds made by the speakers and give my report at the end of the meeting and called by the general evaluator. Thank you.
Thank you, Prasanna. Next, I'm going to call one of the important role in our Toastmaster, that is the Grammarian. Today, the Grammarian role will be played by a person who is very new to Toastmasters. and he is the acupuncturist, and he strongly believes that all the diseases in the world can be cured without any drug. And coming back to the theme, he strongly believed that he wanted to travel on his own and wanted to experience, to meet with the people and get those experience and come out of the comfort zone. Please join me to welcome together and welcome Toastmaster Pramod to read about Grammarian at this stage.
Thank you, General Evaluator. As the grammarian, it is my role to pay attention to each speaker and their usage of language, both improper as well as outstanding words, quotes, sayings, and thoughts. It is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. Today's word of the day is outre. It's spelled O-U-T-R-E with the accent curve on top. It's an adjective. It means to be different from the ordinary in such a way that it causes curiosity or suspicion. An example of the usage of the word of the day is such an outre gathering of Toastmasters could gain attention as well as inspire some of the spectators. I shall give the grammarian's report when called upon during the meeting, and I shall also report I shall also mention those who have used the word of the day. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day in their speech. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you. The word is outre, right?
Outre.
Okay, thank you. And I strongly believe that today's meeting is a outre because happening in the conventional method of happening in the a small room, we are having such a big open space. Today I'm going to take a pause. Before that, that is a request from each speaker as well as the evaluator. Let's say for if the speaker comes here and that will be evaluated by one person. My humble request, just have a look, and in case if it is possible, give a feedback to the particular speaker once the meeting is called out. And now it is a time to give back to TMoD for the prepared presentation.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Now we move on to the first session of our Toastmasters meeting, the prepared speeches. Today we have three prominent speakers who would be giving us three spectacular speeches. And for this first speech, we have a Toastmaster who is employed in an AEC industry, in software industry, who enjoys reading and watching TV. And she has joined Toastmaster to be a better public speaker and to become a leader in her field. And she says her life becomes beautiful because not that she is perfect, but she chose to put her heart in whatever she's doing. It's Toastmaster Rekha, but before I call Toastmaster Rekha, can I call our evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Thomas? With the theme of going beyond usual, we have an incident which took long before about a scientist, Stauger. So in those days we have seen in movies and all, when our call gets routed or our telephone exchange operates. So when a person calls in, we have seen in a movie there would be a person who's sitting in a manual desk and would be connecting the calls, plugging in the calls where they want to route the calls from the speaker to the destination. But so happened that there was a lot of business entities which were running in those days, and Stauger had a small business entity. And it so happened there were competitions also were at peak at those times. But when the calls that are supposed to be connected to the Stauger, the person sitting in a manual exchange by connecting the calls routed the calls to his competitor. He was against this situation and he had complained to the exchange about this, but nothing changed or nothing went on. So he decided to take this to himself and he went beyond his usual to change the situation. So what he did, he went and invented an automatic routing telephone exchange. Thus gave the birth of the telephone exchange. So another example where though the environment or situations were not in your favor, just not being accepted and confining yourself, he went above the situations to change something and known to the world, and that was the gift to the world. Now back, so we had many unusual moments in this meeting. Now back to the first speaker. So I would like to invite the first speaker's evaluation, distinguished Toastmaster Thomas T. Abraham, to brief on the speaker's objective.
Thank you very much. Go and claim the road, it's yours, is the title of the speech you're going to hear shortly. This will be by Toastmaster Rekha. This is her Level 1 Project 2, which is body language and voice variety. The objective is obviously learn how to best use body language and vocal variety to better express yourself and the theme. All the best to you, ma'am. All the best.
Do you know that our body can achieve more than our mind might imagine? Do you agree with me? And while I think about that, I always remember a quote that run if you can, walk if you have to, crawl if you must, but never ever give up. This is a famous quote coming from the ultra marathon icon Dean Garnesses. It doesn't matter if you are running, jogging, walking, sprinting, every step forward is a win. Greetings everyone. By this time, any guesses on my topic that I am going to speak? Not by my dress, but the quote that I had told, the context I had said. Absolutely, marathon and keep going. Yes, it's all about the running, and it's all about the lessons I had learned from my inaugural 5K run. Are you ready to lace up and join me on this journey? Yes. The entire road is ours to climb it. Are we ready?
Yes.
Maybe I can have an IPL spread. Are we ready?
Yes.
Thank you. In the year 2015, one fine day, my friend calls me up. Hi Rekha, I called up to inform you about an upcoming marathon happening in Queen's Mary's College at Marina Beach on March 8th, marking the Women's Day celebration. On hearing that, I had reacted. Are you kidding me? I know that marathon itself is a scary word. It's for a trained runners and a trained athletes. I can't even imagine of thinking of it or dreaming of it even. Yes, Rekha, you are technically right. The 42K is a full marathon, but the one I am referring here is a short races like 5K, 10K, where anyone can run. My ignorance, I didn't know this at all. But still, 5K feels like a lot. Anything shorter than that? Come on, Rekha, it is easily doable. Since we are going to register for the first time, I am going to register us for a 5K. Get ready on this coming Sunday. He kept down his phone. Within a blink of an eye, a week passed by. Yes, we reached the D-Day, the run day. And we reached the venue also, the Queen's Mary's at Marina Beach, at rise and early, sharp and early at 5:30 a.m. What do we see there? Thousands of people, all wearing a white brand-sponsored Womenathon t-shirts, completely pumped up and ready to roll. On seeing this, I got literally scared. I had taken out my bag and taken out my bib. Bib, as all of you are aware, is a personal identification number for running, right? That I had pinned on to my t-shirt. But I swear, after that, I felt as if I am entering the World Cup Championship. Picture this now. I am in the standing line. The chief guest had flagged off the event. There are many people around me on my same age group and more than my skill level as well. I missed to tell you about my skill level. Before this, my exact daily routine was some half-hearted attempts of yoga. I know very much myself that I can't even outrun a dog if one chased me. That was my skill level. With that skill set, I was walking and pretending like running, and then while I touched the 3K, some kind of a panic sets me in. Can I able to complete that 5K? For the doubting thought in my mind, the moving crowd had motivated me. But again in the contrast, my legs began to protest. every step forward felt heavier than the last. But somehow I pulled my body, pushed my body, and touched the finishing line and stuck my neck out. Can you guess? For the medal. As if I had completed a full 42K marathon. But trust me, the energy, the outburst of energy I had sensed with me, I can't even try to describe that words. If I am trying to describe that, the timer will be showing the red card forever. Okay, that kind of an energy I had sensed in me. So with this context set and done, it is a high time for me to set my record straight here. I am not a one who can run a kilometer for a 4 minutes a day or a 4 minutes a kilometer. I am not a one who is running any running or scoring any podium places or breaking anyone's speed record. I am the one today, still today, can run a kilometer for 7 to 8 minutes. If you are thinking me why she is saying all these things, despite my not so racing pace, I have managed to check off 10 5Ks, 6 10Ks and 2 21K with a lot of hardships and challenges. But I realized the fact that while I touched the finishing line of the 21K, it is more beyond a finishing line. It had taught me a life lesson that life is all about pushing the boundary. It is all about embracing the sweat and effort behind every effort that we do. It's all about celebrating each and every small win as a victory. And with this learnings, I had 4 more key takeaways as well. Preparation is the key. You have to believe in yourself and believe in your abilities and have good people around you. In my case, I have to thank my friend who had introduced me to this world of running. And finally, never ever give up. And then to sum up, to wrap up this entire conversation of this running and all these practices, I always remember another quote, that is, our distance to our good health spans the distance between to our bed and to the shoe rack. And please remember, there are many marathons going to happen in the city. There is a one happening again for celebrating Women's Day on March 10th. Please mark your calendars. And also remember, the entire journey is going to be uniquely ours, and this entire road is ours to climb it as well. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Praveena.
Excuse me. Can you move one step so that the speaker will be silent? Okay. Can move one step. One step so that this will be a crease so that the speaker will slightly goes. It's a crease.
So we now move on to our second speaker. Our second speaker is a Toastmaster who is an easygoing person and who believes life is a reflection of your thoughts. For us, his family comes as the first priority, and he values trust a lot and ensures that he gives 100% in whatever he does. It's beyond usual moment. It was during his class 12 exam, and it was an accountancy, and the paper was so tough. By nature, he is a person who panics a lot, but that day he chose not to panic, to remain calm and composed and take that exam. And the result? He wrote well the paper, and he was the topper of accountancy in his class in class 12. So that's Toastmaster Suhail. But before I call Toastmaster Suhail, I would like to call upon his evaluator Toastmaster Dinesh to read out his speech objectives.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Toastmaster Suhail is delivering his project on dynamic leadership, level 1, project 3. His project is basically upon introduction to vocal variety and body language. The purpose of his project is to practice using vocal variety and body languages and to enhance speech. Timer, please note the time is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best. Yeah.
Thank you.
All the best, Toastmaster.
I now invite Toastmaster Suhail. Toastmaster Suhail, be a honey. Be a honey, Toastmaster Suhail.
One night, around 11 p.m., I received a call from one of my colleagues, Renita. Since it is quite late night, Assuming it is work related, I ignored the call. After some time, I received one more call which I ignored that as well. Again after some time, I received a message in WhatsApp. Suhail, are you there? Can I call you? I replied, shall we discuss tomorrow morning, Renita, if it is not urgent? It is not urgent, Suhail. Even it is not work related, it is quite personal. Personal. I called her directly. With heavy heart, Renita, Suhail, I came to know now that I have been moved to some other client. I won't be working with you going further. I was frustrated because it is my responsibility to find a replacement for Renita, train them, guide them, that to have to do all this along with doing my work simultaneously. It's going to be a challenging task for me. I asked her, do you have any issues which I can help you, Renita? No, Suhail, it is not my decision. It is our lead Karthik's decision of moving me to some other client. I can't abate it. Even I can't abate it. It's nice working with you, Renita. All the very best for the future endeavors. I hanged up the call. It usually happens in the corporate world. We have to accept the changes and move away. I went to sleep. Next day morning when I woke up, again there was a message from Renita in WhatsApp, but this time it's quite a lengthy message. The last line of the message, or else the last sentence of the message, it had a huge impact on me. It holds a special place in my heart, and it will hold a special place in my heart forever. Suhail, I feel you are the only human being in this team. Suhail, I feel you are the only human being in this team. Of course, the entire message is all about showing gratitude and thanking me for all the support which I have given to Renita. Usually it happens during the time of separation or during the last days. Gratitude and the words of thanks will be shared across the people. But what made Renita to write such a poignant line? Suhail, I feel you are the only human being in this team. Reflecting on what made Renita to write such a statement, I realized it. As I mentioned, Renita is my colleague. She worked under me in one of the clients which I was leading. I trained her from the beginning. Renita is quite a charming lady but quite slow in learning. Her performance was not that much impressive during the initial days of her career. She struggled and juggled multiple clients, working with many leads, but didn't get much support and the motivation and the encouragement for all the leads which she worked because of her inefficiency in the work. In fact, her issues in the work were escalated to the higher leads in the company. But when she worked with me, I made sure to motivate her, encourage her, give her all the support to the extent possible. And in fact, even though she did multiple repetitive mistakes, she asked multiple repetitive queries, I answered her politely, patiently. It dawned on me that though my actions are unintentional, reflected a quality of a good leader and a compassionate human being. Looking at Renita, it reminded me of my early days in my career. When I joined my work, when I started my career, even I was not a great performer, slow in learning, I did multiple mistakes, I faced a lot of criticism and setbacks in the company, in my work initially. I still remember this incident where there were around 5 peer members who joined with me in my company. The usual way of work is when a new joiner joins the team, lower complex work will be given and gradually higher complex work will be given. So after 3 months of joining the company, all my peer members got an invite for a training to the higher complex work, which is a progression to the next level. But I am the only one who was left out. It was uncertain. I rushed to my senior and informed the scenario, for which he annoyingly replied, I am the one who pulled your name out of the training invite. You need much more improvement in the current work which you are doing. Go and work, man. I was shattered. I had the feeling of solitude. I went into the office washroom, cried and cried. Days passed. After some months, I got an opportunity to work in a new client, eventually got a new senior, Honey Islam. Honey entered my life and my fortune. Honey's kindness and faith in me revitalized my confidence. She entrusted me with complex work. She gave me equal importance in the team. She guided me, she motivated me, she trained me to the extent possible. In fact, the support which she gave me, due to which one of the poor performer in the team became a top performer in the team. That's the moment I have realized I was lacking a support and motivation from someone. The leadership quality which I inherited from Honey Islam, I simply replicated the same to Renita, resulting which after some months Renita moved to a new client. I was sitting in an office pantry where a group of people sitting next to my table and discussing that, hey, you know that the new lady who joined our team, Renita, her work was tremendous. I overheard them. I felt tremendously happy hearing the positive words about Renita. That day I felt I won as a leader. Eventually, Honey Islam won as a leader, and I felt that it is a chain reaction. In life, we might be having an upper hand or an advantage over certain type of people in both professional as well as personal life. While handling them, let's our decision be a honey in someone's life. Go to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suhail. Now we move on to the last speaker for the prepared speeches, and for this we have a passionate Toastmaster who is a Toastmaster for the past 15 years. For most of us, achieving things one time would make us proud, but for this person, achieving things one time he's not content with achieving things once, so he always ensures that it is always twice he wants to achieve things. He is twice the president of Medley Toastmasters Club. He is twice a distinguished Toastmasters. He is a member of 2 clubs, Medley and Meraki Toastmaster Club, and he has published 2 books. After having 40 years in corporate life, he is into his own of officers training and consulting services. He is a business storyteller, a design thinking evangelist, a mind map practitioner, a public speaking coach, and a presentation skills guru, and a Carnatic music connoisseur, and the author of Business Storytelling for Leaders. He is also our District 120's official quiz master. And his beyond usual moment, though he has not learned Carnatic music formally, but he has a huge appreciation for it, which led him to compile a book with 1,800 Tamil film songs under 160 ragas, with the book titled Raga Chintamani. And the moment the book has sold over 1,500 copies within few years. Before I invite distinguished Toastmaster Sundararaman, I would like to invite his evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Guru Pratap, to read about the speech objectives.
I lately realized Toastmaster Anuradha is not present in this meeting, so I started taking photographs. Since I am here, I would like to start by taking a selfie of me to the group to announce that I will commence this. Good afternoon, Toastmasters and guests. Welcome to this meeting on Uttara environment. Is the pronunciation correct? Distinguished Toastmaster Sundararaman Chintamani is delivering his speech on a project called Engaging Audience with Your Humor. His objectives are to identify his style of humor and apply it in a speech that centers around a central message. Timer, the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best to you.
I now invite distinguished Toastmaster Sundararaman. Distinguished Toastmaster Sundararaman, kid in the cockpit and more. Kid in the cockpit and more, distinguished Toastmaster Sundararaman.
10 years back on a Sunday morning at Trichy, my niece got married. On the wedding day evening, the priest said that he is going to perform Jayati Homam. And all of a sudden he brought tons of wood and varati and other stuff, and the entire Kalyana Mandapam was filled with smoke. And we could not figure out our partners. Jayanti, oh, I am sorry. Jayanti, where is my mobile phone? And in that process, I started sneezing heavily. And the moment you sneeze in a Kalyana Mandapam, it is supposed to be considered as Abhishagalam. And I wanted to control it. And immediately I rushed to one of my relatives who is also a doctor. And she prescribed me a medicine called, I forgot the name. So it was a small tablet, right? Small tablet. I took it, and within 1 hour, my sneeze got stopped. And on the same night, I had to come back to Chennai. So I had a restless night in the train. So due to tiredness, I could not sleep properly. And the early morning after reaching here,
by 8 o'clock I had to reach office. On a Monday morning I tried to go to my office. I took my car and then on the way to Solinganallur, so I felt slightly drowsy, right? So I felt so sleepy. And I thought of, I was contemplating whether to stop here and have a tea in a tea shop or to go to a proper restaurant and have a cup of coffee. So I thought within few kilometers I'll reach Annachi Dosai Kade and I'll have a cup of coffee. So with that thought I was driving and all of a sudden I could hear a doop noise. It was not a big bang noise, a doop noise, that's all. The moment I opened my eyes, actually I was just in front of a bus which was waiting in the signal. Actually I have hit the bus at 10 kilometers per hour and I hit the bus, the bumper, and my entire bonnet got opened, ripped apart, and the entire air conditioner grill, everything got collapsed. And slowly I moved out and then I tried to park it aside and the traffic cop was waiting there. What happened, sir? What happened? No, yesterday night I had a drug. What drug? No, not drug. Actually I took a medicine and because of that I was feeling sleepy and it was my fault. Then he allowed me to go outside. So with that bonnet open, with a little partial visibility, I drove back from Palavakam to Alarpet and I parked my car there and immediately I tried to put a tarpaulin cover on my car and then I knocked the doorbell. So as soon as my wife opened the door, I went to bedroom and I said I am feeling sleepy, and 3 hours I slept like anything. So that was the power of the tablet. So and after that I felt that somehow I was not feeling like the kid in the cockpit. So somehow I narrowly escaped. So it was, though my car got damaged, so fortunately nothing catastrophic happened. So I felt that I was not behaved like a kid in the cockpit. Are you keen to listen to the story of the kid in the cockpit?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So way back, exactly 20 years back, it was 1994, same month, March 23rd, this flight from Moscow, Aeroflot 953 was about to start his journey from Moscow to Hong Kong. So there were two kids. Kids means teenagers, a boy and girl. They were in the middle of the flight. So basically they were not boyfriend and girlfriends, they were siblings, brother and sisters. So when the flight reached 30,000 feet altitude and when the seat belt announcement came, so you can feel comfortable, then the moment happened, that time the co-pilot got into the plane and whispered something into the boy's ears. And this boy and girl straight away proceeded towards the cockpit. Actually these children, they were the children of the pilot, Yaroslav. The Russian pilot Yaroslav's children were there and he wanted to demonstrate the cockpit with all kind of the blinking alarms and the sounds, the Jossie dashboard. So the children got elated and this guy also went a little overboard. So he asked his daughter to get into the seat of the pilot and asked her to get a feel of it. So this lady, this girl called Yana, sat in that pilot seat and then she was holding the control column and she had a feeling that she was flying the flight. So nothing happened. Then she got up and now this is the turn of Elder, the son, Elder. So this guy also was holding the control column and he was holding it and that was the outtray moment. So by mistake he pressed a button and this control column, the flight was disengaged from autopilot mode. So now all of a sudden this flight started taking a turn, inclined turn, 30 degrees, 40 degrees, 50 degrees, 60 degrees, 70 degrees, almost it started traveling vertically. All of a sudden, so the entire pilot was under severe turbulence and it was totally a different kind of situation. The acceleration due to gravity was so high, people could not get up from their seats, including the person who was sitting in the pilot's chair. So the pilot and the co-pilot somehow managed and then tried to move him away from this seat and then pilot took control and he started changing the direction. This time it started coming like this and it took a nose dive and it crashed in the Siberian hills and all the 75 passengers got collapsed. So this is basically a movie from National Geography based on real incident, reenacted and a real incident. Any guess where we saw this movie? Any idea? So myself and my friend Suresh was watching this movie at Thailand airport, Swarnabhumi airport. So before boarding the flight, not only we, so almost some 300 passengers, we were all watching this movie, and everyone's face went blank, and with a pale face, we were all clueless, and then the boarding announcement came, and then we went there. So then Suresh was hitting me, sir. So look at that. I could not figure out anything. He was saying that two persons were there. I missed them, watching them. Then again, when we got into the flight, and again he was sitting. See them. What is that? Nothing special. Finally, found that one boy and girl were sitting there. One boy and girl who was almost like Yana and elder. And then I kept quiet. So the flight took off. So when it reached 30,000 feet altitude, so the announcement came to declutch our seat belts. Then at that time, this co-pilot opened the cockpit and started walking towards these two kids, and he came near the gate and then whispered something in their eyes. So we say that in our oil and gas industries, accidents never happen, they are caused. These two are classic cases of there is some reason for accidents. Over to Toastmaster. Merci.
Thank you, distinguished Sriram. With this, we conclude the prepared speeches. Timer, can we have the list of qualified speakers? Thank you. All are qualified. Request members to cast their vote for the best speaker once you get the link. Now with this, we move on to the next session, which is the table topic session. The table topic session is a sure interesting session, which is sure or guaranteed to push our limits, break free from our norms, and to make us soar beyond our boundaries. For this, we have to conduct the table topic session, we have a table topic master, and for today, we have a Toastmaster who is a great musician, who can sing and dance, and who likes to celebrate all the moments in life. She is working in an NGO and makes Medley proud in all the contests. And her beyond usual moment is during a recent book reading session where 9 members successfully conveyed their articles with full interest in 3 different languages in just 60 minutes. This is what she cherishes the most. I'd like to hand over the session to Toastmaster Priyadashni Bailur to conduct the table topic session.
So good afternoon to all my fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today I am playing the role of, with their expression I could make out, I'm not audible. So I'll be, any guests here? Yes, now I'm going to take the new role of a TT Master. Any guests?
2 guests we have.
2 guests. Okay, it's very far off. So for the benefit of the guests, I'm playing the role of TT Master. My job is to give a question to the member, and he will be talking on that for 1 to 2 minutes. 1 minute for green card will be shown at first minute, 1.5 minutes, and at the second minute red card will be shown. The grace period of 30 seconds is given. Okay, to make it more interesting, I have something different. I request all of you to please rise, form a line, watch your head, in and around. If I know there are some tag and evaluators, when the person is here to give his speech, you can take your role back, start taking the ahs and ums and all. I would like you all to stand in a straight line, whatever, I think this would be best. One arm distance, straight line. Yes. Sir, we have to face, any side is fine. Okay, he has faced that. Okay, who is standing first?
Yeah.
Shankar is first.
Yeah.
Suhail is first. Whoever is next. When I say start, Shankar hold this. You will pass the stick to the next person. Back. No. Just pass it to your hand. You are not going to turn. Just pass. Next. Don't look back who is behind you. And when I blow the whistle, in whoever hand the stick is, he is going to come and give a talk today. As simple as that. And in between, we'll have some more question answers round. Okay. No, it has to go like this. top of your head, yeah. Okay, and the person, for example, Suhail, if you are the last person, take the stick. Come running. Come running. No, you cannot. And see, if you are very slow, I can blow the whistle and he will be caught. So come running and he will stand first. He will be the first player. You will be going first. And again, we'll continue the team. This will be a demo, okay? Time starts. This is demo.
Will be the first person.
Please take the circle. Okay, times starts. Don't look back. Don't look back. Okay. You play your role. Pass it on to you. Come. So Amrita's question, timer and ready. Who from your club would you cast if you were to ask make a movie? Name the movie and cast. You are asked to make a movie. Who would you take upon? Which movie? What movie?
Championship events are posted. They always add some humor to it. They add some lyrics to it. Keep engaging people. So I think they will be very apt for camera, video I feel that all these people take very active interest in activities. All these activities bring more people. Thank you, sir. Are you ready?
Yes.
Please. You are the first person right now.
So I passed him to him.
No. You are right now. Who is standing first?
But she and me.
No, you are out now. I will be taking time.
Then I'm the first.
You are the first. Okay, time starts. But to make it more interesting, let the stick be moving. You need to answer. Okay, be alert. Where do you find an ocean with no water?
Lebanon.
No. Fast.
Syria.
Where do you find an ocean with no water? No. Fast.
Washing Club.
No. Where do you find an ocean with no water?
Moon. Clouds.
Stop. Answer is on a map. So first one, your question. Do you believe that the best things in life are free? Do you believe that the best things in life are free? Yes, I think the best things in life are very free. So, good evening everyone. This is an absolute true experience actually. Good. I could really hear gibberish on the other side, and you know, people it's your experiment and on the other side. And now this is an interesting question. If we could, the best things in life could be taken for free, because it all depends on one's attitude, how we look at life. So it is always our attitude that defines our altitude. So we don't have to seek the best things. For example, happiness is the best thing. So happiness, I would say, is a state of being, and we don't have to go in search of that outside. So if we feel like having an ice cream, we can go buy it and take it. And if we feel like talking to someone, we can always call up and then talk to someone. So I don't think it costs so much. It is up to us. We can go find it out and take out the best things in life. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Starting from here. Okay, are you all ready? Ready? Who is one? Who is one? Lady is out now. They are the other side. Are you please? Yes. Okay. Start. Okay, next question. What has an eye but can't see? What has an eye and can't see? Huh? First. What has an eye? Tornado.
Camera.
A storm.
Almost.
Come back.
Okay.
Oh. Alphabet I.
The answer is hurricane. Almost always close. Hurricane. It has an eye but can't see. It says, what type of leader would you not want to become? Harin, what type of leader would you not want to be? Some more things.
Good evening all. I have had experiences working with people with autocratic leadership style. So what are the issues that I have faced when I have worked with such a leader? They are not able to empathize with the people over there, and always they are very task oriented. So they get task done. So on one hand you will have to take care of the people and also have the task done on the other hand. So it's always task orientation that takes over when you are an autocratic leader, but people's problems and emotions are not taken care, which ultimately leads to unhappiness and frustration among the employees or people in long run. So which leads to resentment and people leaving the organization. So in that case, I always, when I was a HR, and I worked with an autocratic leader, I told him that try to be a charismatic leader, try to involve people, encourage them, motivate them and get work done, and that is more easy than being an autocratic leader. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You can start. Dinesh, it starts from you. Who is here first? Okay. So, are we ready?
Yes.
Guessing quickly. Look. Okay, he's playing. Can you please move it? Now it's clear. Start. Next question. What do turtles, eggs and beaches all have in common?
Eggs.
Huh?
Eggs.
Okay. No. Something.
Shells.
Yes, he said. Yeah, it's done. Get the stick. And Dinesh. Dinesh is a role player. Suhail is a role player.
He's also a role player.
Shankar is a role player.
He's not a role player.
Sir, please stop.
Good name, sir? Setupati.
A secret that has never been told.
Heavy topic master, fellow Toastmasters. A warm good afternoon. Yes, the secret has not been told. As she said correctly, we do have information, we do have leadership qualities, we do have communication qualities, but other than Toastmasters, nobody has told the secret that this is the way you have to communicate, this is the way you have to do the leadership, this is the way you have to conduct. What is the mission, vision, etc. What do you mean by parliamentarian procedure? How to make an agenda, how to make a PowerPoint. This kind of a secret, only one organization in the world, which is Toastmaster International Forum. If I am standing and in front of you talking, I do not know except that gentleman began. Don't know anybody in the group. Toastmasters gave me a courage to talk. Therefore, that is the secret of a Toastmasters. That is the basic funda of the communication and the leadership, fellow Toastmasters. On behalf of you, I thank you, Toastmasters Medley and Toastmasters Medley Corporation for giving an opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Okay. Who's starting? How come you're always first? No one is taking over?
They become short.
Okay.
First time she did.
And your time starts. This works. This works. Next question. Imagine you are swimming in the ocean and a bunch of hungry sharks surround you. How do you get out alive?
Stop imagining.
Sir. And
Role player. She's a role player. She's not a role player.
Guess?
guess.
Guess?
Yes.
Name please.
Praveen.
It says, if it scares you, it might be a good thing to try. If it scares you, it may be a good thing to try.
Shankar.
My name is Ravi. So I think this is our sixth session, the Toastmaster. Because I basically came from Tamil medium. So whenever we are coming to the office environment or higher education, we used to think how we will interact with the others. That's where we are the ladder which we are climbing, right? So taking to the place. So the skills, whatever learning which we have, if you don't express them in the right way, so we're not able to sustain in a multiple positions. So that's where I'm here to improve my public speaking skills, because I am having a very good knowledge on the technical side, but the only things I needed are expressing the things in the right way. That's what so I think this is the last session as a guest, so I'm going to join in the Toastmaster.
Oh, good. Thank you. Chalo, let's start. From where does it start? And your time starts now. No, it just started. Oh, okay, great.
Anyway, rest are
Rest are role players.
How do we work on this then? Okay, last person, come Brian. Who is last? Shankar is last.
Shankar is last.
Cheh.
Suhail,
All are role
Shankar.
players only.
So what? And stop. Okay, both of them. If the average human lifespan was 40 years, how would you live your life different? If average human lifespan was 40 years, how would you live your life different? Answer. Hold the stick and answer. Both are answering. Both we're holding the stick.
So
how do we?
first?
So the time is common for both. Right?
Yes.
I wouldn't have gone to school at all.
Okay.
What purpose is school? I mean, whatever I studied is for a job, and if I'm going to live on it till 40, I might as well finish reading books, enjoying the days at the beach, sleeping, eating, going out. I wouldn't have even gone near the school.
Super.
Up to 40 is the most critical part of anyone's life. So if we have to live up to the age of 40, I still feel we have to go through the grind, because this is the age when we have to study, we get married, we have children, because we have to do something for the kids as well. So if you ask me, up to 40 is supposed to be the toughest, and of late with all the statistics that's coming up, the maximum heart problems, the maximum health problems are all between the ages of 30 and 40. So I don't think we get any benefit out of it. The only good side of it is we know we are going to pass away quickly. That's it.
It doesn't matter how many years you live, what is the value you add to your life in terms of what is the quality of life is what matters. If I'm going to live till 40, I might as well make a difference in people's life. I wouldn't be so self-centered, I wouldn't save up for my future. So I would be more giving away, enjoying every moment. It's just the fear of what is going to happen in the future which makes us hoard things, makes us get attached to a lot of things. So 40 would be a bliss for me.
Yeah, I would definitely work a lot up to the age of 40, but then I will also know that I don't have the fear that, oh, what will happen to me at my old age? Because even now that is the biggest problem for everyone. What will happen to us when we age? Will there be anyone to take care of us? What will happen when we have a lot of ailments, which we are getting very soon? But now, whatever I do in life, I will do it with the peace of mind that, okay, I'm doing it for the people around, and I don't have to really wait and see what is going to happen, because I will be gone by then and I'll be happy.
Very good, very good. Because one spoke on the human side and the other was more of stats and other,
We're all role players.
Yes. So I have one more question. So I want someone more. We'll start the game. Who all are left? Who all are
Shankar.
left? Okay, and the time starts now. It has to go from us. No one is very good. Follow.
Okay, left him.
Huh?
Who wants to take the role? I show the card.
I think Hema should. 2 minutes. She's not going to talk for 2 minutes. I'm going to talk for 2 minutes. So you come.
He'll speak for 2 minutes. Okay. Beach, hill station, or a world-class city? What type of person are you?
Sir, can you repeat?
Beach, hill station, or a class city? What type of person are you? Where would you like to go? Choose.
I can watch a lot of greeneries, doing trekking, going up and down. I definitely go with my daughters, with my husband. We just want to explore too many things over there. Collecting all the flowers and just checking all the, looking for the birds and different insects over there. So trying tasting different nectars. And the early morning getting up and just walking in the evening by 6 o'clock, just getting down the hill and eating hot bhajis and samosas, having hot spiced tea. I just want to get lost in that, because most of the time I'm busy working here. I don't get the opportunity with that. If I get the opportunity, I really want to get lost. I don't want to do anything. I just want to get lost. Yes.
Thank you so much, and please take your seats. It was wonderful playing this game with you all. And I'm sure we all were able to hear what the other speakers said.
Exactly 1 minute.
That's what. The timer was he's not letting anyone.
ஃபேஸ் பாருங்க, ஃபேஸ் கவர் ஆகுறாங்க. ஏன்னா ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஸ்பீக்கர் இதுக்கு மட்டும் கவர் ஆச்சு.
நினைக்கிறேன் கரெக்டாக போகிறேன். கரெக்டாக இருக்கா? இதான ஃபேஸ்?
அதான் கரெக்ட். பின்னாடி அது கரெக்ட். அதுலேயே எல்லாருமே பேசணும்.
அங்கேருந்து பேசுகிறேன். எஸ், எக்ஸாக்ட்லி கரெக்ட்.
Priya, do you want to hand over to TMoD? Huh? Okay. Barath.
Yes, I would like to call upon the general evaluator to conduct the evaluation sessions.
Okay, thank you. Okay, before that, timer, can you let me know who are the qualified speakers? GT qualified speaker. Oh, great. Thank you everyone. So now we are in one of the important and critical segment of Toastmaster, that is evaluation. Today we have seen 3 spectacular speech, and we'll see that what evaluators says that. The first speech delivered by Toastmaster Rekha. For that, I would like to call upon a person who is Medley's Shakespeare. So even when I joined for the first time, I was really scared to go and meet with them because of his French word. And after that, so I am the person always go and check with them whenever I deliver the speech. And he served many roles in the district, and he was the past PR manager. In terms of coming back to the theme, so although he was not a HR, his idea contributed a significant impact on his company he worked for, Induja Group. In fact, 70% of the employee contributed for their ideas. In the mid 1990s, that contribute the ideas 50 crores. Without any ado, I would request TM Thomas Abraham to evaluate Toastmaster Rekha's speech.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, dear friends. 7% of the words only can, 7% is all a words can convince you. 97% of the conviction happens from the combination of voice and body language. On a day like this, when we had all the opportunity to breathe the air and be ourselves, as you saw just now, those 24 kids I was watching, Toastmaster Rekha demonstrated this fundamental principle in speech making. How? First of all, give her credit for 3 things in general. 1, structure. Starting with a question, friend calling her initiation into marathon, and then the climax, 1,000 people, and then into the final statement about the achievements. Very, very predictable, comfortable. So I give you credit for that. So it was a 7-minute marathon, so to say. Second, I find, and you are finding it yourself, I think, you have instinctive gestures. Like shadow, it is to your voice. Today you let go and then you saw it. I've never seen it before for you. So compliments to you. You're only beginning. Your marathon in gestures has just begun. Third, a smile with various shades of anxiety, of achievement. That's a very good foundation to have when you interact with the group. It helps you connect. And I'm sure if I were to ask for a vote, all the hands will go up. I'll save my time. Now, looking more closely into this, some parts you excel in your, because you now allowed that autonomy for your gestures. You use this 2 hands gesture, that's beautiful. I cannot do that. Some expressions only women can do, right? I mean, not, I'm too stiff. Then, hips. Somewhere you showed, that is very manly, I liked it. You showed achievement. Right gestures. And we have dancers sitting here, so you can learn from them. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, where I think overall you could do better, in my view, is what's the theme? It's about running, it's going forward, it's energy. Where was that? Pause. Show the forward movements. You showed the neck as if you can get a beating from the teacher. A lot more energy, a lot more loud, a lot more excitement is what I would. Now, this knee, my knee hurt. My knee hurt. But there's a lot more you can do with it. And 1 or 2 suggestions. One is, like I said, a human can easily do 1.5 octaves or more. You only use 4 or 5. Lot more you can use. Secondly, amplify that tone, and the body language also, you amplify that. You are stopping here. Go for more. Add 30% more as it were. And lastly, don't mind, this is a beach. Wear the dress for the beach. Having to hold the sari, having to hold the hair, body language, that's a disservice you've done to yourself. Minor point. So this is overall, shall I say, structure was good. You have shown what you are capable of. Only day 1 of your marathon, I want to see you doing the 41 kilo marathon. All the best.
So the next speech we have seen that Toastmaster Sugal has delivered, for which I would like to call upon a person who is working as an engineer in the civil construction company, and Toastmaster Dinesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that matters. That is what it's all about. Toastmaster Suhail's speech today. A big round of applause to his Toastmaster Suhail's speech. His speech was well structured. When he opened his speech, he spoke about his colleague Renita, who was working under her, and he said that she was about to resign, and he didn't know the exact reason about it. From there opening, and then he went to the body of his speech. In his body of speech, he went to more about his own personal experience of how he felt when he was working under a bad leader and also or an authoritarian leader, or under a person who's more accommodative or more helpful leader. So, and finally, he spoke upon how the world itself comes around a big circle where confidence inspires others to do better. So kudos to Toastmaster Suhail for his well-structured speech. And also, his speech is mainly about body language and vocal variety. and in many places he used to show the heart sign. So he meant exactly what, and it's a good usage of body language. And also he used to various expressions to count. For example, motivate the person, inspire the person. These are all the qualities which HR or a senior person to inspire the colleagues. So these are well told by Toastmaster Suhail. Kudos to him. But there are a few recommendations which I like to give to Toastmaster Suhail as well. Body language, which a particular part which he did was he used too much of walking. Perhaps he was walking here and there continuously. Perhaps I think that since the beach meeting he came in a shoes. He wanted to walk a lot. So maybe he could have restricted to maybe this opening of the speech. He could have been here a body conclusion. Maybe he could have moved proportionally like that. So it would have been better. Maybe because of the body language speech, he wouldn't overdo it. And finally, maybe some words he said like shattered kite. When you were shattered, on seeing that you were not being given promotion and your friends were favored over to you, that meant a lot. Maybe you could have paused a bit. I was shattered. Maybe you could have given a pause there, and then you could have continued your speech. That would have been made a meta speech. But overall, Toastmasters way, you should be proud of it. It was a brilliant speech, a well-structured speech, and most importantly, a motivating speech which carries a lot of thought today. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh. So the next speech or the next evaluator will be who is, I would say that Medley superstar. I don't know how many of the people you have. Whenever Rajini movie is released, okay, the punch relax the same will be there in Medley's meeting. I have seen all his Medley's the superstar punch except with the last movie Jailer, and of course he is my mentor as well. So without any ado, so I would call upon DTM Guru Prasad to evaluate DTM Sundararaman speech.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and my target speaker, DTM Sundararaman. For the past 3 weeks, I was traveling a lot. I had almost traveled in 8 different flights. Once to Turkey, 3 up and 3 down, and 2 flights up and down to Kashmir. Thanks to Lord Almighty, thanks to Medley Toastmasters Club, that DTM Sundararaman did not give this speech 3 weeks ago, and I was not invited as his evaluator. This is what the first thought came to my mind when I listened to his speech. And that is the impact he had created by delivering his humor speech. I hope most of you who had ever traveled or always keep traveling would have connected back to some of your flight experiences when he delivered his speech. Congratulations on having delivered your engage with audience speech. Let us see how this speech went on. You had 3 elements. One is a family event, your personal experience, then connected it to an accident you had, then you dropped in your title, and from there you explained what the title meant, and then you connected it to a humorous experience or what could be deemed as a humorous experience that you had while traveling. The flow was very good. You had point with a clear connection. Then we also enjoyed some of the fun you made in the name of the initial family function, and also when the same incident repeated in the flight, we were ready to laugh. Please watch my sentence, we were ready to laugh. I'll come to that later. Otherwise, as usual, he was very clear in telling the stories, clearly defining the role players and doing actions. But his objective is to engage the audience with humor. I sincerely believe that you could have added some spice at every point to induce more humor. With an author meeting like this, an author unwanted audience, and an author dress code, and author square dress code by one of our invited Toastmasters, I have to deliver an author evaluation, but a sincere evaluation. Humor is converting a natural phenomena into an unbelievable phenomenon. I'll give you 2 examples of where I could have converted your speech into a much humorous one. The priest performed the homam, the hall was full of smoke. Then after seeing the score with your Tamil cinema memoirs, you got into a romantic mood and you started floating down, searching for the love of your heart, Jayanti, and caught hold of her. Ah! There was a shout. That was not Jayanti, but Vasanti, wife of a guest. Then using the flame as the smoke as a camouflage, you somehow escaped and came out. One small story here, a small humor that we created. Finally, in the end, the same story repeats. The co-pilot opens the door, comes out, calls the 2 children. then everyone gets scared and they start running to the co-pilot and big pandemonium created in the flight. You are sitting cool in the seat without any worry because Jayanti had already told you, Sundar, lot of accidents happen in the plane. I have kept a parachute for you. Take care of it. Then you, with a smile, you open your bag, keep a bag here, pull out a big parachute, tanga and a bottle. You say, oh, Jayanti, you killed me. End the speech. So this is how you convert a normal scenario into a humor scenario. Otherwise, as a speech, it was good. TM Sundararaman, you could have added some spice here and there to make it a better speech. Oh.
Thank you, DTM group. Next timer, can we have the qualified evaluator, please? Okay. So I hope you might have received the link. Please vote for the best evaluator. So now it is time to call our PAC team. So for which I like to call upon Toastmaster Kema to read about timer report.
Shankar, there is a question about how the guests will receive the link.
Oh, okay.
No, you can exclude. Not necessary. Just you can exclude. Because it is take time. You can exclude the guest. Yeah, we can write it in the paper. It will take time.
So good evening again, once again Toastmasters and guests. I'm going to first read about the prepared speeches. That should be time limit within 5 to 7 minutes. First I'm just talking about Toastmaster Rekha. She finished her speech in 6 minutes and 27 seconds. And TM Suhail 6 minutes 13 seconds. And TM Sundararaman 7 minutes 20 seconds. And for the evaluation, evaluator TM Thomas, he finished 3 minutes 10 seconds, and Toastmaster Dinesh 2 minutes 23 seconds. Evaluator TM Guru Prasad 3 minutes 20 seconds. And for the table topic speakers, table topic TM Vijay Rajan 1 minute 25 seconds, Amruta 1 minute 19 seconds. Guest Pavitra 1 minute 15 seconds. Guest Harini 1 minute 8 seconds. TM Setupati 1 minute 8 seconds. Guest Praveena 1 minute. Praveena 1 minute. Praveena and Prasanna both finished their table topic thing in 1 minute 47 seconds. Myself Hema 1 minute. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kema. So next, I would like to call upon Prasanna Venkatesh, who is playing the outcome role.
Good evening, Toastmasters. Here is my R-counter report. For the first prepared speech session, Toastmaster Rekha used R 3 times and 2 times. Toastmaster Suhail used R 3 times. Distinguished Toastmaster Sundararaman used R 1 time and multiple times, and so multiple times. For the table topic session, Toastmaster Vijay Rajan used R 1 time. Toastmaster Amrita used and 2 times, R 2 times. Guest Pavitra used so 2 times, 1 time. Guest Harini used R 1 time, so 2 times. Distinguished Toastmaster Setupati gave a clear speech. Guest Praveen used R 3 times, so 3 times. Toastmaster Prasanna Vani gave a clear speech. Toastmaster Praveena gave a clear speech. Toastmaster Hema used R 3 times, so 1 time. For the evaluation session, distinguished Toastmaster Thomas Abraham used and 2 times, 1 time. Toastmaster Dinesh used R multiple times and 2 times. Distinguished Toastmaster Guru Prasad gave a clear speech. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Prasanna. So the next role, for which I would like to call upon a Toastmaster Pramod to read about to read a Grammarian report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. The word of the day was used by Toastmaster Shankar, Distinguished Toastmaster Guru Prasad. Toastmaster Guru Prasad used the word 6 times. Thank you. And Distinguished Toastmaster Sundararaman. I'm sorry if I missed anyone. I try my best to listen. And some of the outstanding usages were the word poignant was used by Toastmaster Suhail. The words catastrophic and nosedive were used by Distinguished Toastmaster Sundararaman. Guest Pavitra quoted, "It is our attitude which determines our altitude." Guest Harini used phrases like task-oriented, and she used the word autocratic. Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas used the phrase marathon in gestures. Here are some recommendations. The word of the day is pronounced outre. Outre. I understand that since it was a beach, it's difficult to hear, and also I showed the word. It's taken from French, so it's pronounced outre. Also, the word is the other word which is pronounced, which is the pronunciation of which I would like to emphasize on is it's athletes, and it is not pretending like running. Rather, we could say pretending to run. And that's it for today. Thank you. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pramod. So please vote for the best tag player. I think the link will be in your mobile. So coming here for the Grammarian report, first of all, I would like to a big thanks to XCOM team for having such a wonderful meeting in this beach. This is the first meeting I completely thoroughly enjoy. I know that there are, let's say, ifs and buts, but I don't want to recommend anything because we want to enjoy, as it flows with the nature. One important thing is that one of the Toastmaster project, I couldn't recollect the name, that is with dealing with the distraction. I think whoever it is doing with the level 4 or level project, so audience will distract the speaker. Today, whoever it is coming here, I think we are seeing all kind of the distraction it is happening. Kudos to XCOM team.
5 marks will be added at.
And of course, as usual, the meeting has started on time, the agenda has started, everything is perfect. One recommendations from my side, I think I see that it is the thin attendance. One could be with the banners. Banners are promoting in the social media. I'm not sure whether it has been promoted or not by some kind of the magic that happens in the social media that could give more weightage. Of course, banners, we are doing with the Toastmaster International, and of course many of the guests are seeing that. It would be good if we could add some of the banners. With this, I would like to hand over the podium back to our TMoD.
Thank you, General. With this, we have another interesting session, which is a run-up to our milestone meeting. And for this, I would like to invite Toastmaster Praveena to brief up about the session.
So, how are you all doing?
Good, great.
So, this is the prelude to the actual Premier League. So, we have to create it in such a way, make it in such a way that the actual Cricket Super League will be nothing compared to what it is going to be with us, right? So, are we all ready for this? So, every week till the milestone session, we are going to have this kind of a special session which will be hosted by the Medley Super League team. We will be taking turns to host it. So we will be having some team games and individual games as well for this program. So today we will be starting with, depending on the time that we have, I have actually planned for 2 games. So let's see how the timing goes. So the first one will be a team game comprising of 6 to 7 people, depending on how many people are here. It will be based on non-verbal communication, how effective we are as communicators. And the second game will also be about verbal communication. It's a team game, but that team will have 3 members. Okay, so first we will start with the team game which is about non-verbal communication. And how many members are here?
21.
21, great. So we'll split into 3 teams consisting of 7 people. Okay, my maths is right. Okay, good start. Okay, so...
So we'll be conducting these kind of events on the milestone meeting day also?
Yeah, on that day also we have, right? Yeah,
So this
on
is
that.
like a trial for that?
It's not a trial. We're just trying to have a great feel, a momentum,
Teaser.
teaser
matches.
for the run-up.
Till the final. 5 matches. Like IPL.
Like, yeah. So we are, there's going to be no knockout stage. It's all going to be round robin league. So all of us, but the teams will keep shifting based on the number of attendance over here. The team members will keep shifting and it will be fluid. All right. So how do we split the team? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Shall we do that? Okay. So starting with Barath.
1.
Okay. This 21 is inclusive of me or excluding me? Okay. One will have less, one less. That is fine, right?
Thomas.
Rule for all the teams. Okay, so each team has to stand one behind, the team members have to stand one behind the other. The last, so that the person standing in the front does not see the person behind. Okay, so the person right at the last will be given a sequence of actions only once. Okay, so you have to observe it keenly so that you perform the same action to the person in front of you. Okay, and then it keeps moving forward. So the last person or the first person in the line should have the action which should be almost similar to the person who started it off.
Let me be the last
So
person.
you know who the winner of this should be.
And who will give the... Yeah, who will give the action? Okay.
Whoever can give the most complicated of action can come and give.
We have seen this
First
very
team
well.
give the action and we will convey that. So it will start with the same thing. You give us a gesture.
No, for each team it will be different.
Yeah, of course it will be.
It will be different.
Because we are watching the other
You're
team.
watching. You're watching the team. So for each team it will be different. So if I'm doing it for this team, for our team somebody else can do. For yet another team, Priya can do.
You can start one game, you can start and you understand. You can start a game.
No trial round. All straight. All straight.
Pravina, my question is, when the last person is doing the action for the first team, can they face the person to whom they're showing?
Yeah, because by then everyone knows what it is.
See, the
Everyone
first
completed.
person will turn, call the next person, do the action. Then stand there watching the other
The
person. But will
others
not
should
comment.
be looking that side. They should not look back. Anyone looks back, the team is disqualified.
And no voice either, no?
No voice. This is non-verbal.
Non-verbal. Yeah. Chinese whispers, non-verbal.
Yes. This is Chinese dancer, right? This is Chinese dancer. Okay. Okay, so shall we start? So you decide how you want to be placed in the line.
Someone who can catch the team.
Can start from here, sir.
Okay, sir.
No, last one is getting problem.
Yeah, I think they are discussing it.
No,
we'll watch the fun.
You could stand right here.
One behind the other, stand in a line.
General level, you can tell them to stand.
Table topic 2.0.
So, okay, this is the
The
first
last
person.
one will get first.
Turn that side.
Okay, start from
Give
here.
the action.
Then the first Okay, she's.
All of you will watch the beach.
Okay, watch the beach.
Enjoy the beach.
Okay, who's coming here? I mean, there seems to be a scramble
Hey,
for
you have
this
to be
position.
the one.
She's the one. She's the first one.
You are the one who's going to enact it.
Shankar, just ensure that they're not able to see the screen.
ஓடவும் முடியாது ஒளியவும் முடியாது
So, before I
Person in front. Have her.
Very simple, sir. No dance at all. She changed the whole thing.
கூப்பிட இல்ல
Bus stand final.
Okay. Now come. This is the actual one.
ஐயோ
Drum, stomach, drum, then. That's it. That's it. Now show the actual one. That was easy. That was easy. That's very easy. Come on, Dinesh, you can get it wrong.
What a motivation.
Good, good, good. Sir, you gave him very easy.
I will give the enact extra. Re பண்ண நான் கொடுப்பேன்.
It's not bad. Natural one.
Not bad.
Normally,
இவங்க பிரஷ்லே பண்ணல டைரக்டா ஷேவிங் ஆரம்பிச்சாங்க
dry shave. Started dry shaving.
இங்கே இது சேஞ்ச் ஆயிடுச்சு இங்கே இது சேஞ்ச் ஆயிடுச்சு நாட் பேட் ஆனர் நோ வெதர்
Second,
They are not one. They are third. We are second.
we won the.
It is quite easy.
we won the round
Yeah.
no I want to take it
Because it was very
and he is also very I decided the beginning should be so the planning is beginning should be
given.
okay.
Contain
But
some
that
message so that we can see how the message got distorted. Just the news
That is
got,
normally verbal.
the news got verbal, yeah.
Just everybody playing their bags. See it. I'm not just we may have been distracted. There were monkeys of various.
check your bags
It's just
Outside meeting. Outside meeting.
okay everything having your belongings
Pravina, we have time for the.
We have time for the next? Yeah, okay, great. Okay. Thanks. Okay. So, how was the first one?
good great
Thanks. Okay. Now the second one.
It shows how the messages are getting distorted from one person to another.
Yes, exactly.
And we know
as
who is the culprit.
And very naturally also.
And as Toastmasters, we have come here to improve our communication, but still, I guess we lag a bit, isn't it? So, yeah, observation and listening skills, that's about it. Fine. So now the second one is a verbal communication game where we will have 3 per team. Okay? So 2 people will be stationed at point A and point B, and the third person will be the relay person. So please note, when you're selecting your team member, that person has to be agile and that person should be able to move a bit. Okay? So we will be giving this paper to each and every team member. This has 5 very simple questions. Again, it's all related to beach and the ocean and things like that. No phones. Nobody is using the phone. Barath, you have to keep your phone inside. All have to keep the phone inside. All right? Okay, so now I will give this to the person stationed at point A. All right? And this person has to read the first question and tell it to the relay person. And this relay person has to communicate it to the person at point B. Point B person has to understand the question, plus they have to write the answer. And that answer has to be communicated to the relay person, who in turn should come to point A person and give that answer. So there are 5 questions.
By communicate, you mean say it to the relay person?
Yeah, say it.
The relay person is same or different one? It goes here and then comes back.
Same person. So that's the reason that the relay person has to be a bit agile and has to be someone who can move a bit.
Finally, you want the written answer, right?
Yes, written answer.
Exactly.
Both sides.
Starting point.
Both sides should have the same question and answer. All right, and then you have to give it to me. Then I will see if it is
all correlated properly between team A and team B.
The second person
Please
has to-
write your team members also over there.
There's two people who are stationed, both will get that sheet.
No, only one person will get. No, because if I give it to
You
both the
take the
person,
sheet,
they will know
go
the
write
question,
it and
right?
bring back.
So the other person, the point B person, should have a sheet with themselves. If you don't have a sheet, I can just tear it out and give it to you all.
They'll just write the answers.
Write the answer. No, they have to write the question and the answer.
We'll have a demo for this.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to ask that. We three act a demo. We'll do this. Sorry.
Okay.
Demo.
Okay. We'll have a simple question first. Okay. So suppose the question is, what is your name? Any other question? Okay. What is the national animal of India? Okay. Then I will ask the question. Okay. You come here. I will say. Now you have to be at a distance.
I am able to
This
hear
kind of
from
a
here
distance.
actually. That the person who is asking that question should tell it in a slow, softly.
Others should not be able to hear. Though it is the same question, but still nobody should
Okay, understand. That point is correct.
And no, you have to tell the answer to it.
But
and you have to write it down.
to write
also.
down the question and the answer.
You have to write down the question and
No, we'll imagine that it is written. He'll let him tell me the history.
For the demo, we can imagine.
See, that's where, it's wrong. I said national animal. He's gone and said it as national bird, and I got the answer as peacock.
No,
It's not the communication, but it's general knowledge.
Something. Okay, everything has to tally.
Yeah.
Everything has to tally. General knowledge, communication,
When the
everything.
person who's counting, he knows the answer. So if he changes the answer,
That is
he tells
also
the answer.
against your team.
Part of communication.
It's all part of communication and general knowledge.
No, he has
Communication
asked
and
only
general
one
knowledge.
person, right? He's also supposed to ask Vijay.
No.
Vijay is not there.
No,
Only
they are
three
the three people.
Only
Oh,
three.
you are the third person.
I'm the third person.
At the end, point A, point B, ரெண்டு பேரோட sheetsலயும் questions and answers similar ஆ இருக்கும்.
Similar இருக்கணும். And it should be the right answer. Should be the right answer also. புரிஞ்சுதா?
Are you doing it simultaneously or one at a time?
simultaneously.
Exactly.
This is
Then let's move into the open area.
So,
collect your bag and all. Otherwise, it won't happen
one
here.
person will have the cheat. One person will have the cheat. He will write A answer, B answer, right?
One person I will do this. The point B person, please carry a paper with you.
No.
You have to If you think you know the answer, people, please don't tell. It's about integrity. Take a photo. I can't run. You have a phone with you.
Oh, now that's a bit. That integrity took away.
Paper, pen, have you written your team member's name? All that done.
Anybody want paper?
Time limit, 10 minutes is required.
Okay.
The tripod should be 10 minutes.
Yeah. Tripod. பின்னாடி கொண்டு வா. கொஞ்சம் பின்னாடி.
Okay, 1 second.
No problem.
Prasanna, Sundararaman camera handle பண்ண ஃப்ரீயா தான் இருக்காரு. Sir, running shot எடுங்க அப்படியே. Answer மட்டும் எடுங்க.
So the question will come to you. You will give the answer.
He will give the answer.
I feel important now.
He will tell the answer.
You want it to be removed, sir?
Just want to keep it like a stick.
Prasanna, go back.
Guest Toastmaster should be included. मैडम को टेबल टॉपिक पार्सल
is the longest debate in India. It is second largest.
The contest master.
Rekha, please don't show the paper. Hema, you're showing the paper. You should not be showing the paper. Finish. Put one. Place one. Say you finished one. Say you finished first. The paper. The paper. The paper.
Sure, sir, question.
ஒரு டீம் முடிச்சிட்டாங்களாம், but that needs to be verified. They're supposed to hand over. Oh no, the contest master, Praveena. Still other teams are yet to finish. So team 2, they have done. Other team, they also done. Should I put it in pass?
Are a multi-planetary species, which led him to invent a SpaceX station. SpaceX, and then there were challenges with respect to the cost, and he overcome that by believing that the space station is something which has to be returned back to the Earth. With that, he reduced the cost of a space vehicle and opened up the possibilities of a Mars venture. So all this leads to us, we'll all need to blossom beyond our boundaries, believe beyond the boundaries, and break the chain of mediocrity. We are all not confined to the ground. Just let's grow our wing and soar to the sky. With this, I hand over to the presiding officer to conclude the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Barath, for this wonderful meeting, and a very big thank you to all of you for adjusting to the various hindrances which we had throughout this meeting. So we are glad to announce that TM Sundararaman has completed his level 3 in engaging humor pathway with his speech. Congratulations. And next week, March 9th, what is special about that day? I'll give you 4 options, you can choose. 1, it's a joint meeting. 2, it's a team meeting. 3, we have an education session. 4, all of the above. All of the above. Yes. We have a joint meeting with CEG Gindi, Anna University College at Desert Rose, same time. And we also have an education session on parliamentary session during that meeting. And being the Women's Day the day prior, it will be a team meeting to celebrate Women's Day too. So all of you, please do be a part of this great meeting also. Can we have a feedback from the guests, please? Distinguished Toastmasters.
Just request them to complete the voting.
Yeah, please do complete the voting for the best role player, best act players too. Can we have a feedback from our guests? Distinguished Toastmaster Sridhar.
President Toastmasters.
It was nice having you here with us.
President Toastmasters and the DTM Sundar sir, DTM Guru sir, fellow Toastmasters. Yeah, warm good evening.
Good evening.
See, we have an experience, Medley is very experienced. Whatever the situation is there, whatever the tools available, whatever the capacity, they have conducted a very successful meeting. And all the 3 speeches I enjoyed. Really, I have learned a lot. And moreover, the table topic session was really very different, and I enjoyed more. And the attendance, I have not seen in the clubs locally in Dubai or Qatar this much people, number of Toastmasters attended. I appreciate all the Toastmasters for coming and attending in the. Thank you very much. Best wishes.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster everybody. And your feedback from guest Harini also.
Thank you all. This is my third session, and for the first time I'm attending this big session. Though Ms. Anuradha is not here, she encouraged me to attend this, and I really enjoyed. So as we come with so many problems and burdens of our personal and professional life, but when we come here, it is so motivating to see the peers and also each of them coming up with new ideas and new talents that we can exhibit here. And it's mutual learning, as one of them said, that it is a tremendous learning coming here each day, and it will push us beyond our boundary. Thank you, and I hope to join the club soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hari. Sorry, guest Hari. And soon to be Toastmaster Hari. Guest Praveena, would you like to add a few words?
Pavitra.
Pavitra, sorry.
It's real fun to be here, and this is my third meeting. We have so much to take home with us, everybody is unique here actually. Be it the voice tone, the diction, everything, and the confidence. Somebody has a very bold voice, so we can pick and choose. It's like a buffet, a platter here. So I'm very happy. And today it was more like an ice breaking for me, and more of team building. I'm seeing them for the first time, and it was real fun. And I enjoyed the table topic session, madam. It was really good. Thank you so much for giving us a wonderful time. Thank you so much, Medley Toastmaster. Thank you.
Thank you, Pavitra. Let's now have the winners of today's meeting. The best speaker goes to Toastmaster Rekha.
We have one more guest.
Praveen is a member almost.
Oh, okay.
He has declared that he is joining next week.
Oh, okay.
Best speaker goes to Toastmaster Rekha.
Hey, marathon, run.
So she'll go walking home from here.
Congratulations.
Very nice.
Slightly change the angle next time. There's a doggy in between. Visible, huh?
Yeah. The best evaluator goes to distinguished Toastmaster Guru Prasad.
This way you have the ocean.
The best tag role player goes to a grammarian, Otre.
Immediately adopted.
This is good.
We wanted a change of animal.
Yeah.
The best PT speaker is guest Pavitra.
Oh, good.
Casting also wants to visit
I don't know.
Psychologist.
Who is it?
The best role player is Toastmaster Priyadashni Bailu.
Oh, okay.
With the stick.
Stick founder. Thank you. Yes. As we all saw the
Tag role play. Oh, we finished. Oh.
as we just saw the introduction today for the Medley Super League, this will all lead up to a milestone meeting on April 6th. Kindly mark your dates, make yourself available, and all of you have there in all the committees. So get actively involved in your committees to make this a very grand event which we are proud of and memorable. Let's make this a great event, and I encourage all of you to work with your committees to plan accordingly so that we can pull it off with ease. Yes. With this, I adjourn this meeting number 771. Thank you.
Group